Hi and welcome to this video. It's the first one in a series of 6 where we go through the basics of flow yoga. Today we're going to take care of the forward folds, but don't worry, we're going to make it super clear and easy. All you need for today is a chair like the one that I'm sitting on. Ideally, when you sit on it, your feet should be on the floor, and a mat for when we go to lie down a bit later. So coming to this comfy position on the chair, I'm sitting towards the edge of it, so my sitting bones are well rooted down, knees in line with the hips, and the ankles are right underneath the knees. Feet are hip-width distance apart and pressing down. My hands are resting on the thighs, and we're going to take a big breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth, relax, telling your brain that it's now time to focus on yourself and that it can take a break, it can relax for just a few minutes. If you want to, you can close your eyes for this first bit. If not, it's totally fine to keep them open. Switch to breathing in and out through the nose and just focusing on the breath. Breathing in and out. We rarely take time to breathe during the day, so this is a time where we can just focus the attention on ourselves and actually breathe intentionally. Make the breaths as long and as deep as it's comfortable. And when you're breathing in and you get stuck, think about softening rather than forcing the breath to go in. So we'll be here for another 5-6 breaths just to settle down. And just make them the most intentional breaths you took all day. Let's do 3 more here. Last one. And when you're ready, open the eyes if they were closed. Because we're going to focus on the spine today and folding forward, I want you to be mindful of your posture throughout the poses. So start here with just a lengthening through the spine. Imagine there's something at the top of your head, a thread pulling you up, so you're making yourself a bit longer, but at the same time the shoulders are back and down, resting. Take the belly button towards the spine a tiny bit, and at the same time your pelvic floor goes up. If you want to see how that should feel, do a little cough and you'll feel this pulling in and up. It's like you have a corset around you and you're tightening it. So it gives you support, and just to feel the difference, you can let everything go and be here and coming back to a long straight spine with that slight engagement of the core. Beautiful. On your next inhale, lift your right fingertips up, lengthening. So before we move into any folding or twisting, we're gonna make sure the spine is long. So one more breath in. And exhale, bend towards your left. You can have your left hand either resting or on the hip. Nice. Inhale to come back to the center. Exhale, release the hand. And we're just going to switch sides. Inhale, lifting up. Reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. One more breath in. And exhale, bend towards the side. Feeling a nice stretch here. Beautiful. Big breath in to come back through the center. And exhale to release down. Take your hand somewhere on the thighs, or maybe they can reach the knees. And on the inhale, we're gonna tilt the pelvis forward, roll the shoulders back and push the chest through. Maybe even looking up. And exhale, we're gonna tuck the tail underneath like a scared puppy, round through the spine, spreading the shoulder blades apart and tucking chin to chest. Inhale a few more times. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. 2 more times. Inhale to open. The shoulders are back. The chest is pushing up and forward. There's a nice curve in your lower back. And your tail is going back like a puppy wagging its tail. And exhale to round everything. And then coming back to a neutral position. Take your right hand onto your left knee. And the other hand can be either behind you, behind the hips, or if the chair has a backrest, you can put it there. And again, we're gonna inhale to lengthen up through the spine, and exhale, we're gonna twist towards the left. And it's your choice what you want to do with the head. Some people want to look back towards the shoulder. I prefer to have it almost in line with the chest, a bit back maybe. One more inhale to lengthen through the spine. Make sure you didn't collapse down, and exhale to twist a little bit more. Beautiful. One more breath in. And exhale, slowly coming back through the center. Let's switch sides. Opposite arm on the knee. The hand can come either behind you, behind the hips, or on the backrest of the chair. Inhale and exhale to twist. Don't use the hand on the knee to push too much. You want it to come more from your muscles, from your belly button. Nice. One more breath here to lengthen. And exhale to twist a little bit more. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath in. And exhale to come back to the center. Nice. The next movement will be from your hips. We're going to just move, making circles. Just breathe throughout. Don't think about it too much. Let's reverse the direction. Yeah. And then come back to the center. We're gonna combine a few of the movements we've done so far, and we'll get into the movement that will look a lot like belly dancing. Again, don't think about it too much. Don't stress about it if it's not looking or you don't think that it's what I'm doing. Just don't think about it too much. Make the movement organic and make it feel good and have fun with it. So as we inhale, we're gonna move forward, open the chest, and then circle around. And as we go back, we're gonna round, belly button to the spine, chest tucking, chin tucking to the chest, then forward and opening, and yeah, we call it pot steering, but I'd rather call it belly dancing because it's fancier. Yeah. And let's reverse the direction. And now we're actually moving the spine in all possible directions. And then coming back to the center, back to the original posture. Beautiful. Take your feet just as wide as they would go. Nice. Make sure that you are towards the edge of the chair, otherwise the movement will be a little bit restricted. We're going to try to fold forward. Start with a long spine. The corset is coming into play here, making sure that the crown of the head is pulling up. And from the hips, and only from the hips, keeping the spine long, we're gonna fold forward. Just come forward. You'll feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs. And you might just stay here. If you need to move the feet to give you a bit more support, please do so. Just go as low as you can, and maybe you might touch the ground with the fingertips. Just stay here for another 5 breaths, but really coming a bit higher is also fine. And if you want to rest your forearms onto the thighs, that's another option. Just make sure the spine is long. Roll the shoulders back, the chest is pushing through. Crown of the head is pulling you now forward. It's like you're trying to get away from your hips. Beautiful. Let's give it 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale and exhale. If you have the fingertips down, we're gonna take it the opposite way. So first take one forearm and put it on the thigh. Use it for support. Take the other one on the thigh. Then moving hand on thigh, the other hand on the thigh. Lifting up, use your hands to make sure you're not using your lower back muscles to lift up. Nice. Coming back to hip width distance. One more for the hips. Let's start with the right one. Just take your shin up and place. I have the ankle just above my other knee, and have some sort of activation in the foot. So maybe it's flexing, or I like to do Barbie feet, so I'm spreading the toes like I'm pushing into a high heel shoe. Coming back to the long spine, and if this is already a stretch, you can stay here, that's perfectly fine. Maybe encouraging the knee to go a bit lower, don't push too hard. And if you want a little bit more, you can actually fold forward. So again, from the hips, with a straight spine, just gonna move slightly forward. So always think going forward rather than down. Down, it will make you round and just go chest down. You want the chest to go forward. Yeah. Let's give it 3 more breaths. Activate the foot if you lost that. Easy to forget. Nice. Inhale, look forward, chest forward. Exhale, come back to neutral. Let's switch sides. So the ankle is just above the knee. Flex the foot, maybe encouraging the knee to go a bit lower. Long straight spine. Inhale, exhale, maybe folding forward. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. The stretch should be in the outer hip. And just imagine you're breathing in where you're feeling the stretch. And as you exhale, some of that tension goes away. We are always looking for a mild discomfort when you're stretching, but not pain, never pain. Inhale, look forward, chest forward. Exhale, coming back up. Coming back to neutral. Let's take 1 more breath here to reset. Lean forward, hands on the thighs, press up. You can remove the chair or just keep it here. You might want it for a little bit of support later. Okay. Inhale to tuck your chin to the chest, and exhale we're gonna roll through the spine bit by bit. So first we're rolling through the upper spine, then the middle spine, then the lower spine. It's like you're rolling a chain on a bicycle. When the legs start pulling, you can bend the knees, continue to go down until you can touch either fingertips or palms down. The chin stays to the chest until we finish the movement. And I like to bend the knees deeply to be able to almost rest my chest on the thighs. Okay, let's go the other direction. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale, start rolling back up. We're now straightening the lower back. Then we're stacking almost the middle back on top. Then the upper back, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the head, and the chin is the last one to come back and be parallel with the floor. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale to roll. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale to roll back up. Head comes up last. Beautiful. Come closer to your chair. You might want to use it, you might not. It's fine. Have your feet hip width distance apart. We'll start with the hands on the hips, and throughout the next movement, I want you to keep the spine long, so no rounding whatsoever. Starting with that supportive posture. So belly button in, pelvic floor up, shoulders back, chest proud to the front. And we're gonna just hinge from the hips. Take a breath in. And exhale, start hinging forward until we feel that either the legs can't stretch anymore, or you will want to round the spine to continue to move down. And wherever that is, stop there. And this is your flat back fold. If you have the chair in front of you and the fingertips can reach down, you can use the chair. Or you can rest your fingertips or the whole palm somewhere on the legs, but keeping that spine long. There are a few cues that might help you here. One is to roll the shoulders back. One is to push the chest forward. and that direction for the crown of the head, and now it's trying to go away from the hips. It's making you longer. Yeah. One more breath here. Bend the knees and lift up. Nice. We'll do that again, but this time I want you to lift and spread the toes. What it does is engages the front of the legs, so it gives a message to your nervous system that it's fine, the muscles are engaging, so you can release in the back a little bit more. Okay, let's try that again. Inhale here, long flat spine, and exhale. Try to fold forward. If you do need to have a micro bend in the knees, it's totally fine. Nice. One more breath in. Bend the knees, press up. Take your right foot and cross it. So cross the ankles with the right foot forward. And same thing, we're gonna lift and spread the toes. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, folding forward. Maybe reaching the chair. Shoulders back. The chest is pushing through, maybe looking forward. I like to keep my neck in line with the spine or a little bit forward, but definitely not looking up. It's uncomfortable for me, but you can choose whatever you want. In this position, we do want a long line for the spine. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, come up. Just switch the cross. With all these different positions, we're just trying to get to more of the back muscles in the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Lift and spread the toes if that helps. And use a chair maybe to support you. Shoulders back. Chest pushing proud towards the front, looking forward or slightly down. Nice. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the knee. Push up. Beautiful. Coming back to feet hip distance apart. This time I want you to use a chair. Come in a little bit closer. Let's just fold forward in a simple way first. Inhale. Exhale to fold. I want you to deeply bend the left knee. Have your left fingertips on the chair. The right leg will be straight and you will feel a different sensation in the leg. Inhale here. Long spine. And exhale, twist towards the right, lifting the right arm up. Fingertips reaching up. Maybe you're looking towards the fingertips or down, it's your choice. Or somewhere where it's comfortable for the neck. Nice. One more breath in. Exhale, coming back through the center. Now putting the right fingertips down, deeply bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, we're twisting away from the bent knee, lifting the fingertips towards the sky. Yeah, beautiful. Let's do one more breath here. Exhale, coming back through the center. Hands on the hips, bend the knees, and slowly come up. You can remove the chair. We'll now try to do the first bit of your flow, the first bit of the sun salutation, which involves the folds. However, before that, I want you to feel how the deep forward fold should actually feel. If you have a wall next to you, that would be great. Coming to touch with the bum next to the wall. And we're gonna have the knees super bent. Come here. Come to fold forward like we did when we were rolling down. I want you to get into the end position. So the head is relaxing down, the knees are bent, the chest is almost resting down on the thighs, and the sitting bones will be touching the wall behind you. Lift and spread the toes, so you're engaging the front of the thighs. Take the bum slightly lower, and then to get the legs more to straight, though they don't have to get there, instead of you pushing the knees back, you're gonna try to lift the bum higher. So you're sliding the sitting bones up on the wall. And this is your forward fold, your deep forward fold. So relaxing the head down, sitting bones going towards the sky. Front of the legs is engaging. Beautiful. We're gonna roll through the spine to come back up. And let's do those half sun salutations. Have your feet hip-width distance apart. We're gonna inhale, arms towards the sky, maybe connecting the palms, maybe looking towards the thumbs. Exhale, hinging from the hips, dive forward. Start bending the knees when you need it. We're gonna roll ourselves down, resting chest on the thighs, hands down, relaxing the head down. Inhale, start sliding your fingertips up through on your thighs or on your shins, whatever they were when we did the forward fold. And now lengthening through the spine, shoulders back, chest proud to the front. This is my flat back. Yours might look a bit different. Either looking forward or down at the top of the mat. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale, deep forward fold. As you can see, my forward fold has bent knees because my legs are tight. That's perfectly fine. Inhale, slide your fingertips forward, coming up. And exhale, hands together and down in front of the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back. Up, arms up. Exhale, hands together in front of the heart. Beautiful. This was the hardest bit. You've done amazing. Now let's move back down for a few more stretches and relaxation. When I roll down, as we did in the beginning, inhale, chin to chest. Exhale to roll down. Put the knees down. And then come to sit on the bum. We're gonna go all the way onto the back. Usually, if we do a lot of folding forward, we want to counteract that with a back bend and a twist. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. Come onto your back with the knees bent, feet flat on the mat, and you want the heels to be close enough to almost brush them with the fingertips. Readjust if you need it. We're gonna get into a bridge. I'm gonna give you a few options. On the inhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath, like the scared puppy position we did in the beginning. And then we're gonna roll up through the spine. First, we're gonna lift the lower back, then the middle back, then the upper back. Press into your feet, lifting a little bit higher And you can be here, or the more you press into the feet, taking the chest towards your face, the more back bend you'll have. If you want still a little bit more, you can slide your shoulders underneath, interlace your fingers, and use them as support to push a little bit higher into your bridge. We're staying here for 3 breaths. Just stay with the version that works for you. Last breath in, and we're gonna go out in the opposite way as we came in. If you are interlacing the fingers, release them, putting the shoulder blades back, and we're gonna roll back through the spine. First, we're gonna lower the upper spine, then the middle spine, then the lower spine, and then your bum will touch down, coming back to a neutral position of your pelvis. Take your feet as wide as the mat, and we're gonna do the motion of windshield wipers. So we're gonna take the knees towards the right, then towards the left. Should feel nice after the bridge. Yeah. Back to neutral. I want you to only lift the hips a little bit, just enough to move them more towards the right. And then you can allow the knees to fall towards the left. 4, a twist. You can have your arms in cactus shape and look towards your right, so the opposite direction from the knees. Then we're going to come back through the center, hips back into the middle, then lifting them up a tiny bit, move them towards the left, allow the knees to fall to the right. Nice. Coming back through the center, extend your legs out. Take your legs as wide as the mat, allow the feet to be floppy to the sides. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. Close your eyes. And we're gonna spend a minute here in Shavasana. It's such an important pose and you shouldn't skip it, because it's the time that the body uses to settle the muscles and take in the benefits of the practice. And I want you to give yourself a quick scan from your toes all the way to the top of the head. Check for any tension, any discomfort that we can breathe into. Checking in with the feet, shins, and every time you find a discomfort, just take a big breath in and exhale the tension away. Just think to your muscles, let go. Going up through the knees, thighs, your hips. Check if you're squeezing your bum. If you are, just relax it. Then up through the belly and chest, shoulders, neck and throat. Relax your jaw, cheeks, eyes and eyebrows. Relax your forehead and the scalp of your head. Let's take 5 more breaths here in relaxation. And feel free to stay even more if you want to. Let the body tell you when it's ready to get up. But if you do want to get out of the pose with me, take your knees to the chest and then roll yourself onto one side, pausing there for a few seconds, and then slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Come back to that long, straight spine. Take a big breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Take your hands in prayer in front of the heart and bow your chin to your chest, honoring your practice and saying thanks for taking the time to do this, because not everyone can do it. And as always, I thank you for being here to practice with me. Namaste.